Hello and welcome to Live with the Pricing Lady. I'm Janine Liston, your hostess for today's show. And this show is all about helping you build a better pricing strategy for your business. Pricing is absolutely critical to you building a sustainably profitable business. Getting it right will help you get there faster. Doing it wrong will slow you down for sure. So on today's show, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about this strategy that a lot of people have where they want what they offer to be affordable for everyone. And this can be very troublesome. So we're going to break it down, take a closer look at it so that you know when it's the appropriate strategy to use, how to go about doing it effectively, but then also if it's not the right strategy for you, how to feed your desire to be helpful and of service to many different people while still having a profitable business. That's what we're going to look at today, and I'm so glad that you're here with me. For all of you who are joining live, welcome to the show. Go ahead and say hi in the comments so that I know that you can see and hear me. All right, let's get started on this topic. So the thing with affordability, first of all, is that it's a very relative term. So what's going to be affordable for one person is going to feel like a stretch for another. And even for that person for whom it's a stretch, there'll be other people for whom it's even a bigger stretch. So when you're trying to be affordable for any and everyone, you end up having the possibility of prices that's really, really broad. And then it's very difficult, one, for you to manage, but more importantly, you usually end up pricing towards the bottom of that spectrum. Now, that's not impossible, but let's look at why that can be a real challenge. So companies who price primarily when their business, their brand, and everything is leading with affordability. So you're targeting customers who are looking for a bargain, for a good deal. You're trying to be the low cost or the low price leader in the market. The challenge with this, especially for small businesses, is that in order to do that, you have to have a very low cost structure in your business. And I don't mean just low in general, but you have to be lower than all your other competitors in order to maintain that. And for a small business, especially if you're a product-based business, for a small product-based business, it is very difficult to have a lower cost basis than the bigger guys. Because of course, a lot of times, low prices for things that you're using to make your products with will be cheaper when you can buy more of it. And as a small business, you simply can't buy that much of it, right? Now, there are some tactics you can use by, pooling your orders with other businesses that do similar things or use similar products. But in reality, it's a much more challenge. And of course, things like that are much more work. From a service perspective, again, you're going to be limited, but in this case, by the number of hours in a day. And this is fixed for everyone. So if you're trying to be a low price leader and you want to charge your customers a very inexpensive rate because you feel that gives you the ability to reach people who wouldn't normally be able to afford your service, that means in order to make the same amount of money, you are going to have to work that much harder. So if you're selling at 50% of what everybody else is selling, you're going to have to work twice as much. You're going to have to do twice as much to get twice as many customers, and then you're going to have to serve twice as many customers. Now, I'm not trying to discourage you from this, but what I want you to do is I want you to understand what it's going to take for you to have a profitable business model when your target is to be affordable or a low price leader. So if you think about this, let's take an example and look at a couple of numbers. And I'm going to make this up in my head, so hopefully I can do the math on the fly here and it will make some sense. But let's say you have a service-based business and you want to offer this service for 100 francs. Now, based on the type of work that you're doing, let's say that you can only manage to serve 5 people a week at this price. So that means you're going to earn 500 francs a week at most. But if we assume that you take 5 weeks of holiday, that you're not working weekends, that you take public holidays, that 1 day a week at the very least, you're not doing billable work because you're doing things like marketing and selling and bookkeeping and all the other things that we have to do in our businesses, then instead of working 52 weeks, you're probably working billable wise about 40 weeks. And 40 weeks times 5,500 a week, if I'm doing the math right in my head, you could let me know if this is right. I believe that's 20,000 francs in a year. Now, here in Switzerland, you really can't live off of 20,000 francs a year, at least not very comfortably. And so this is going to be a real challenge for you. However, if you were to say, okay, I'm going to go after 3 types of clients, those who can pay quite a bit, those who can pay in the middle, and then those who pay a little bit less, then on average, you could maybe earn 200 francs an hour instead of 100 francs an hour. And that would enable you to have potentially 40,000 francs a year. So you can see very quickly by changing how you structure your pricing model or who you're targeting with your offer, you can start to have a business model that is profitable and sustainably so. And this is really what we want. It's not going to help you if in year 1 you earn a lot of money and then years 2, 3, 5, and 10, and 20, and so on, you don't earn anything. Well, you won't be there for 20 years, right? So this is what we want to do, is we want to make sure that you can do that. So the challenge here is really that with a affordable model or an economy pricing strategy, you're going to have a really low cost basis in order to remain competitive over the long term or longer term. And that is a really difficult thing for small businesses to do. It's not impossible. And certainly I encourage you, if that's really what you want, to go ahead with it. But if you're going to go ahead of it, then you have to absolutely know your financial numbers and know what it's going to take for you to break even, to start earning a profit, and to keep that profit coming in over the long term. Now let's take a look at a couple of alternative solutions, right? So first, we want to not outprice ourselves in the market, but we do want to price ourselves to be profitable. So if you are going to need so much money in order to live off of, it's really hot in Switzerland right now for those of you who are not here. So I'm sorry if I'm a little bit schwitzing. So back to my point. So in order to price to be profitable, you're going to want to, again, understand what are your costs, how many customers can you take, how many products do you have to sell, depending on your business, and how much you have to charge in order for that to be profitable. It's really simple math. I know some of you don't like doing the math, but I've got some great tools on my website that can help get you started. And of course, when I work with clients, I have really great tool for them to work on this. But you have to understand the numbers for what's going to make you profitable. And you have to be thinking about each and every client that you take on. And every time you offer a discount, you're cutting away at what you could be earning. Now, one of the things that I often tell people to do is we want to hold the value of our offer. So instead of lowering prices, offer things called what I call deal sweeteners. So if somebody says, I don't know, this might be too expensive to me, after you've made sure and confirmed that they get the value, if they're still wavering, you can add something in to sweeten the deal. Say, well, this is what I charge. I understand it might be a stretch for you. How would you feel if I would add in XYZ for the same price? or if I throw in an extra session, or if I add in this additional accessory to the product, or whatever it is, sweeten the deal and then see how they feel. Usually, quite often, you'll find that they actually buy into it. Even though they're paying the same price, they're happy with getting something else thrown in. So that's one way for you to kind of hold your value. And especially if you decided to go for this economy strategy, you can't be dropping prices all the time, because then you're just not going to earn any profit at all. So you're still going to have to hold your value, and this is one way to do it. Now, another strategy that you can use is what I talked about a little bit earlier, is creating packages that are different price points that are based on the value delivered. So if this is, say, a product of some sort, maybe you have 3 different versions of the product that offer slightly different value to the customer. Or it could be a product, only the product at the base, and at the premium level, the product plus some service. I don't know what the service would be, but that's something for you to consider. If you're doing, say, software as a service, then of course you may have a bare bones version of that software and then a full-blown version of that software. And if you're a service-based business, you think of it as well as 3 categories, either essential, standard, and premium, or do it yourself, do it with me, done for you. There's lots of different ways to package up your products and your services so that you can offer people 3 price point choices. And this does 2 things for you. One, it gives the customer the option to choose how much value they want to get out of it. And that is really helpful because, one, customers like to be in control of the situation. And so you're giving them the alternative there. And 2, it also helps having a higher price package will help anchor your other prices to it. So if your highest price package is 2,000 francs, then the 500 francs you're charging for the basic package doesn't seem so expensive, right? So there's multiple reasons to put things in the packages. 2 that I've mentioned here are giving your customers options, letting them choose what level of value they want. And 2, you're able to anchor your lower price packages to this thing that is more expensive, which just makes the price of it look better and more attractive. There's another advantage to being able to sell what you offer at different price points. Now, if you're selling a few of these premium offers over here, that means you're earning in general more money, which means that you'll be profitable more quickly as long as you're selling some of them. And that may give you the profitability, the money in your business to then give scholarships to your programs, or to go to a third party with your product and approach, maybe an NGO and say, hey, we have this great product. We'd like to make a special deal with you because you're an NGO and we think you can benefit from this, but we won't charge you the full premium price. So by having these other packages at higher price points, you enable yourself to be able to serve these other these other organizations, people, businesses who maybe don't have as much to spend. Okay, so it actually sets you up to do exactly what you want to do, which is serve underdeveloped or underserved parts of the market who can't afford what you're offering. So you get to capture both in this way. Now, there's one way that I really like to do this, and it actually works very well, especially for service-based businesses. And I would assume, although I haven't tested it out myself, I'd assume it can also work for product-based businesses. But what I like to do is, instead of offering the super cheap version directly from me to, say, a business owner, I go to an organization who works with business owners. Let's say there's an organization who works with migrant business owners here in Switzerland. I might go to them and I offer them either a fixed number or I offer them access to a program. So a fixed number of, say, one-to-one packages or access to a group program at a reduced rate. Now, let's just call it, I give them a 33% discount. So I end up kind of paying 1/3 in a sense. And then I tell this business that works with these migrant business owners, or this organization that works with the migrant business owners, I'll sell it to you for 2/3 of the price. And then you sell it to your people. They have to pay part of that 66%, right? They have to pay part of the bill, but you determine how much they pay and who gets to benefit. Now, why do I require the business owner to pay some? I require them to pay some because I want them to have skin in the game, and I feel like they should pay something and have some financial burden in this. But it's up to the organization whether they pay, 100 francs of it, or they pay 300 francs of it, whatever it is. But this way, I am enabled to serve this group. I know that it's going to people who are already in a program, who are investing in their business already by being in this program. And I can also let the organization that runs this program, I can let them select who is going to be the most worthy. I don't have to make that decision. And I love that part of it as well. We've all had, clients who have, told us their story about how it's too expensive and they can't afford it. And then once you offer them a bonus or a discount, they then tell you, oh, I can't start until the week after because I'm going away on a holiday here or there. Now, this is the exception for the most case, but when it does happen to you, it doesn't feel very good. And this is one way to mitigate that. And it's also a way then that you can serve and make your offers affordable to people who wouldn't otherwise be able to enjoy the benefits of it. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. This is, quite a complex topic on the one hand, but when you start to think about it, there's actually a lot that you can do. And kind of the overarching message I want to provide to you here is that, one, for small businesses, an economy pricing strategy, trying to be the low price leader, trying to be very affordable for anyone who might want it, is a very difficult business model and pricing strategy to be successful at when you're a small business, because you just can't keep your cost structure as low as the big guys can. At the same time, I understand your desire to want to be able to reach out and serve many different people. And so I encourage you, think about those packages and think about how you can put your mask on first by being a profitable business, so that then you're in a better position to be able to serve these other businesses. I mean, if you think of generic products, a lot of time, big companies will have generics. Now, generics originated for a little bit of a different reason, but they do use them to be able to serve a market or a demographic in their market who they wouldn't otherwise. But first, these businesses had to be profitable in their own right. And you need to do the same thing with your business. So when I say put on your mask, it's like on the airplane. Put on your mask, get the oxygen first, so get your profitability first, and then you're going to be in a much better position to be that lovely, kind-hearted person that you are and serve customers in these demographics that may be otherwise not able to work with you or to use your products. That's what I wanted to share with you today, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all the best. As always, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and plop them down in the chat, or I guess in this case, it's in the comments. Otherwise, I wish you great success. If you want to reach out to me, you can always contact me here on Facebook at The Pricing Lady. Just look for me there, and I'll send you a link where you can book a discovery call with me. Until next time, stay cool, and I'll see you soon. Enjoy pricing, everyone. Bye-bye.